Jackson County homeowners are joining people from around the country in protest over a move that FEMA says is costing them hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Today, Representative Greg Walden talked about the moves Congress is making to help homeowners fight what they consider an inaccurate and out-of-date flood map. Newswatch 12's Yesenia Anderson has more on what's being done.
Dozens were roped into buying expensive flood insurance as a result of inaccurate flood mapping by FEMA. And a new bill could change the cost for thousands in our community.
9,700 pieces of property in Jackson County that suddenly are affected by a map that is clearly flawed.
A map that for many years placed a financial burden on homeowners by requiring them to purchase expensive flood insurance.
$200, but then it'll go up eventually to about $1,000 a year.
Lawmakers say this bill will create a win-win situation.
It not only reforms the program for taxpayers, but also fixes it for landowners and gives you a fair shot to make sure if you are in a floodplain, you're in a floodplain. You're not 3 feet out of it, but told you're in it.
Lazy Creek runs right behind Jim Wicker's backyard, and he hopes this redraw could make his home more appealing when it comes to selling.
But then you also have the problem of it reducing the value of your property because, I mean, who wants to buy property where they have the additional expense of buying flood insurance?
Others are a bit luckier. Bill Welk lives right around the corner from Larson Creek and has never had to purchase insurance.
Closest we got to cresting was 8 feet, which is a considerable distance from the top of the creek.
But Welk says if this legislation passes and new maps show he is in a high-risk area, he will not pay without receiving a clear explanation.
We would look into it and want to know specifically the rationale behind it and would hope it would not be based on pressure from insurance companies.
Representative Walden says while not all agree with the old or new maps, it all boils down to safety.
Somebody calls and says, is there federal help? And, you know, well, this is a process that gives you that federal help if you signed up for the flood insurance. And so I think that's a fair bargain.
The bill now moves to the House of Representatives and is expected to receive a vote this Tuesday. If the bill does pass, FEMA will have 6 months to redraw a new map after receiving the suggestion by the Technical Mapping Council, composed of federal, state, and local experts.